Hey guys, thank you so much for taking the time to even click on the link that I forwarded. I appreciate your time, trust and believe. I'm not going to waste your time. I got a few things I wanted to talk about today just regarding the struggles with the Christian walk and the ones that I've personally had. Maybe you've had more, let me know. Let's go straight to it.
Dust until dawn, yeah, I'll survive, 'cause I got sweet victory.
Hi, welcome back. My name is Raynah. For those who don't know me, if this is your first time, thank you so much. Welcome. Please subscribe. Those who just clicked on the link, thank you so much. I wanted to talk about a few things today in regards to okay, so now I'm saved. Now what? Right? I rededicated my life. Now what? Oh my God, I'm getting so bored with this walk. Now what? Right? So, there are a few things that might apply to people who are just they're trying to strengthen their faith, and there's a few things that are going to apply, especially if you're a baby in Christ, okay? Because that was one. Well, I'm still growing, but you understand what I'm talking about, okay? The first thing I want to talk about is
But I'm alive from the dust until dawn, yeah, I'll survive.
you need to get a local church ASAP. You need to get a local church ASAP. You know why? Because there is that spirit of fellowship in that local church. I don't know where you're at right now, but if you just got saved, trust and believe me, you want to get associated to a local church, okay? When I moved out here, I didn't know nobody, and I wanted to go to church, but I didn't know where to go. Guess where I went to? I went to Google, and I actually Googled a church, and that church, trust and believe, has been my home church for 4 years now and counting. So you want to go ahead and actually get a church so that you can continue to grow your faith in. The Bible talks about where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I'm right there with. So you want to be where God is, and He is everywhere, but when there's a communion of believers, His presence is there, and you want to be there. Another thing that the Bible talks in Hebrews 10:25, not giving up meeting together as some have been accustomed to. So He's emphasizing the importance of having a community or having a group of people that worship and that just sharing the word of God. So that's the first thing I would say, or I would advise you to do. Get a local church. Now there's something else you need to do, and that's going to be my point number 2.
Toast to the king, cheers to the ceiling, feeling good, we gon' make it to the finish.
Point number 2 is, not only do you want to be in a church, you want to go ahead and participate in that church. Find somebody in that church, let them know you got saved, and participate. Volunteer, get to know the ministries in that church. You want to get into those ministries.
If you can sing, honey, if you can sing, go ahead and join the choir. Well,
And if you still can't, but your heart is in it, go to choir. Well, there might be other ministries that you would want to go to. There's so many places in church that would appreciate your time. So that is something that I would like to encourage you to do. Don't only go to church, participate, get to know the ministries, and be an active member in that particular ministry. In the Bible, Jesus said the greatest one is going to be the servant. And not even that. Remember, there's a time that Jesus actually washed the disciples' feet. And do you understand?
and they were wearing sandals that time and age. So it must have not been the best. It must have not been the best thing to do, you know. But
He was doing this just to show how the ministry of service is regarded very highly. You know, Jesus washed the disciples' feet. The creator of the universe, the Son of God, He touched feet. Not only did He touch them, He washed them, just to show us how important it is to serve. So when you get that local church, go ahead, find out the ministries that you can volunteer in, and get into it, okay? I mean, the Bible also talks about in Hebrews 6:10, the Bible tells us how God is not an unjust God. He's not going to forget your work, okay? So not only are you doing this because Jesus told us to do so, right? We're not only doing this, we will be rewarded for it. So trust me when I tell you that your time is very valuable, and somebody or some ministry in that church that you just joined needs your time. And this goes for fellow believers too, you know. Like, if you guys still go to church, that's cool.
That's actually fine. I love it. Thank you.
But I would encourage you, if you're not a volunteer, if you don't give out some time into the church, I mean, think about it twice, because you never know. You cultivate relationships, you cultivate friendships in these ministries. So I would highly encourage you to do that. Let's go to point number 3.
Nobody can take it from me. Sweet victory.
Oh my God, oh my goodness, I cannot emphasize how important this point is. You have to invest some time with God. You need to have a relationship with God, okay? I want you to picture this. If you and your girlfriend, you and your friend, your homie, you and whoever it is, right? Whoever you consider to be a friend, you spend time with them. And that's the same way we should take our relationship with God. We need to spend time with God. And I'm not talking about,
oh, I want to pray, or oh, you know what, I prayed today, I'm good.
No. Who wants that? Look at David. David's relationship with God was just phenomenal. And I say that because when you look at 1 Samuel 24, I believe it's 4-7, this is where David knew that even though Saul is looking for me, baying for my blood, I am not going to touch him. Even when God delivered Saul into his hands, and all his comrades were telling him, you need to take this opportunity, you need to kill him, he knew that that was not, he said, I dare not touch the anointed. Because he had a relationship. When he was fleeing from Saul, when he was running away from Saul, he was spending time with God. He was worshiping. In fact, Psalms 57 talks about that one. He was afraid of his life and he was running away. So he spent time with God. Even before, before he was anointed, when Samuel went into Jesse's home, he asked for his sons. And when he asked for his sons, David, do you know where David was? David was somewhere out there with the sheep. And I promise you, he was spending time with God. He was a worshiper. And that's why most of the chapters in Psalms, he wrote them, and he wrote them while doing that and while spending time with God. Let's talk about Jesus. If Jesus, the Son of God, knew it is important to spend time with God, we need to know that too. So many times, and I'm going to put all the verses here, he went out and he prayed. He said he needed some time. There's so many times he told the disciples, you guys stay here. I want to go up and pray. I want to go here and pray. He dedicated some time aside. Remember when he got arrested? Before that time, he was speaking to God. That's how much of a relationship he had. So if Jesus, the Son of God, spent time with God, the only way you'll get to know him is if you spend enough time with him. Point blank. If we can do that with the earthly relationships, why can't we do that with God? He just wants some time with us. And it's as simple as just isolating some time and talking to him. You don't have to ask him for anything. Read the Bible, because he communicates to us through the Bible. And trust me when I tell you, you will read a verse today and you come back next week and you read the same verse, it's going to minister a completely different message. Completely different. And that's how God communicates with us. But you gotta spend time with him. This has been a long one because I know how important it is. It's very important to spend time with God, okay?
I have 2 more points, and the 4th point is...
Listen to me, okay? When I was once in the world, I used to love music. I feel like music is I love music so much. I'm a worshiper. But when I tell you I love music so much, because when I'm down, when I'm happy, any type of mood I know there's a song for that. I know there's a song for that. I know there's a song for that. Create a playlist or have a playlist of Christian music, like songs that glorify God, songs that talk more about the relationship with Christ. You want to invest in that, okay? And I'm telling you, technology has made it so easy for us. You just go to Spotify and you type in Lecrae, you type in Triple E, you type in whoever you want to type in, and all these artists, all these new, all these good songs that go with that same beat or whatever, they are streaming in and you are just liking and liking and liking them. Like, in this time and age, it's so easy to kind of ramp up your playlist. It's something that you could do. Remember, you need to guard your gates.
You need to guard your gates. I do this because I know when I was in the world, and I'm not proud of this. Girl, I used to watch Love and Hip Hop. It would not pass me. Let me tell you, I would record it, watch it I got to a point where I started realizing, oh my God, why am I acting this ratchet? Girl, you look at what you've been watching.
Whatever you feed your gates, that's what develops your heart. So you want to feed it with positivity. You want to feed it with godly stuff. You want to feed it with stuff that is actually going to benefit your heart, you know? So invest in a good playlist. I use Spotify. I'm a Spotify fanatic. I pay the month to month. There's Tidal, there's Pandora, there's Apple Music. You know, I have playlists for when I'm sad, playlists when I just want to worship, playlists when I want to get lit, playlist when I want to get turned, playlist when I just want to go to bed. You know, last but not least,
Say I don't resent it. Even as I write these lines, I'm close to tears.
I know I've been talking a lot. Don't forget to have fun. Oh my God. So many people. There is this notion that says that Christians cannot have fun. I don't know where that notion came from, but I'm going to tell you something though, okay? The most fun I've had has been when I have been walking in this faith. Okay? You need to have fun. You don't have to go to the club to have fun. You don't have to drink to have fun. You don't have to smoke that blunt to have fun. You don't have to sniff that line to have fun, because I done did it all. I done it all, okay? And it's not worth it. There's so many times we go for comedy nights, we go for plays, we go watch movies, we go just hang out and chill and relax. Like, you can still have fun. And listen to me, one tip is, you see these announcements that they make in church that nobody ever pays attention to? If you're just starting out, you want to pay close attention to that, because when you don't have believer friends, you want to get friends, right? It's like you're going through a pruning process. And we're going to talk about this a whole different video. But you need those announcements in church. You need to keep an eye out for them, because that's where you're going to meet people that you are going to establish godly relationships with. So you can still
have fun as a Christian, okay?
That's it for today. Thank you so much again. If you've gotten to this point, I appreciate your time. Please subscribe. It's somewhere here. Haven't gotten it yet, but I will work on it. Don't judge me. I really appreciate you guys. You are like the reason why I keep going. Thank you so much for everybody who's reached out and everybody that has encouraged me during this walk. I really appreciate you. I love you guys so much. God bless you. God keep you. I love you. Mwah.
Cause we winning. Yeah, you know we winning. Even though we win it, we still in.